Good morning, and welcome to day 18 of 21 Days of Spiritual Success. My name is Monica Reyes, and I am a spiritual success coach, bringing you through 21 days of spiritual development to create small shifts for really big changes in your life. So welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everybody's having an awesome weekend. I am actually in West Palm Beach. I am attending the Dave Matthews Band concert. I went last night. It was incredibly heart-opening. It's incredible, the power of music, right? And just how, right when you hear like songs, it just reminds you of like, beautiful times, or, that just the vibration itself, and you feeling that vibration in your heart is really powerful. So we had a beautiful time, and I'm excited to be going again tonight. So yesterday, we spoke about intuition and the differences of intuition and ego. I gave you a meditation, so I'm really interested to see how that all went and to see if anybody practiced this yesterday. And, and as you do things, it's incredible. Like, I've been going to just events, and I met somebody last night, and it's like, oh my God, I've been watching your videos, and I think it's so awesome. But, let me know how it's going. I know some of you have been putting it into play, and I've been hearing it in live, but I would love for you to leave a comment or, share your actual experience. It doesn't have to be anything super duper vulnerable, just, something just so you never know. If you feel it and you want to share it, because you just never know who you might inspire. You just never know who you may end up giving permission to do the same. So I welcome that. So today we are going to begin our journey into the universe. This is probably my favorite topic on the planet. I love everything to do with the universe. I'm so fascinated by it. And ever since I started to read about it and experience it myself, it's been such a huge fascination for me, because the universe is so real. It's this magical, divine force, that you feel in the depths of your soul, and you feel in your heart. And once you begin to actually have a relationship, because for the majority of my life, although I was Catholic, Lutheran, I went to Catholic school for a big part of my life. And I went to Mass every Wednesday, and then we went to Mass every Sunday, and I knew every prayer in the book. I just never really had a deep relationship with God or the universe. I didn't. And it wasn't until more recently in my life that I began to actually have this relationship where instead of I pray, I meditate, but there's a constant, almost I don't want to say dialogue, but there is absolute constant exchange here with myself and the universe, and it can be just in the form of beautiful, signs or lessons coming from, nature, or and just the ability to see others as the universe, and just, allowing yourself to remember and recognize this beautiful intelligence in the world and around us, and it really is the most beautiful thing ever. So there are there's several principles and laws regarding the universe. We're not going to have time to go through everything, but I'm just going to hit on some of the more important that I believe are important. They're all important, but that I feel like could be very beneficial to you. So we've discussed this just a little bit, from the beginning of what the universe is. The universe is intentional, right? There are no mistakes, no coincidences. Everything is on purpose. Even that heartbreak you suffered, some of the, maybe the trauma that you experienced, or maybe, the death that might have happened in your family. There are no accidents. There's a natural order, and this is exactly the way that it was, and everything is a chain of events. And once you become more aware, you start to see these patterns, and you almost start to, you can't predict, obviously, the universe, you can't predict the future. I believe that there are people that can see the future. However, I think the future is constantly shifting. But when you start to see patterns, it's just like a movie where you're almost able to see maybe possibly you could see what the possible next step is. And it's just all awareness. Everybody has this gift, I believe. And so everything is intentional, everything's personal. You can use this in your own, just knowing this allows you to have way more peace in your life, because it's like, why wondering and, why did this happen? Why is this happening? Just remembering that this one law will allow you to surrender to the possibilities, will allow you to surrender to your life and your own journey. And one of the other smaller principles is that I'm just not going to talk about, but I'm just going to mention these as the universe is all intelligence, and you can really see this in nature, and in your body, the complex systems, and just if you really look into it and read about the miracle of your body and your mind, and the exact and preciseness of it, and the same thing with just a plant, and and just how everything works, there is absolutely an undeniable source. There's intelligence, and that is, for me, made me feel a lot more secure, because it reminds you of this natural order, of this intelligence that is constantly running and conspiring all around us, and we are actually a part of that, and we have the ability to tap into that, and you tap into that through continuous meditation, mindfulness. That is what you're tapping into. The universe is creative, and we are creating along with the universe. So we are co-creating with the universe, because we are the universe, right? We are the universe looking back at itself. And so remembering this allows us to set our intentions, which we're actually going to go into tomorrow, on how to manifest, on using the laws of intentional desire, and knowing that we are creating our destiny, and that everything right now in our life is just a result of what is going on within us. So if we are experiencing chaos, if we are experiencing fear, if we're broke, it's all within us. This is our responsibility. And so knowing that and using our lives as symbols, and just like as a projection, and be like, okay, well, this is not aligned with, this is not where I want to be, and bringing it back within and saying, all right, what within me is causing this? Why am I feel so? If you're experiencing, a period of you're not making the money that you want, or, really noticing yourself and seeing, thanks, Mike. Really noticing yourself and experiencing and seeing, where are these limitations within me, and really digging deep. And what's beautiful is that you can bring yourself into the limitation space. You can bring yourself, but it requires this awareness and mindfulness, which is really the key to all of this. But bringing yourself in there, analyzing what's going on, and then seeing the progress, because you can really change your life at any moment, because you can change you at any moment. You can shift your own perception, and it's just a matter of going within and remembering that, again, we are co-creating this. And then there's balance. So the universe is all about balance. When there's the flow of the universe, where there's the giving and the receiving. That's the natural flow of the universe. There's also the karma. Whatever we reap, we sow, which we'll get into a little bit tomorrow as well. Today we're going to talk about giving, the law of giving and receiving. And this is the natural flow of the universe. It's based on the fact that everything is a dynamic exchange. Money, the word currency, which is the word that we use for money, derives from the Latin word that means flow, like a river. So even that, shows us that everything is in fact flowing. And what tends to happen is we tend to hold onto it. So for instance, with money, we hold onto money sometimes, we hoard it. And when we hoard it, we're actually stopping the flow of the universe. We're actually getting in the way of the natural order, the natural intelligence. What needs to happen is more of a circulation. This is what keeps it alive. This is what keeps it vital. This is what keeps money and wealth coming into our lives. The same with love, appreciation, attention, joy, happiness, all of it. The more you give, the more you receive. And this is what this law is about. And so, sometimes we give, we give a lot, but a lot of times we don't receive. And so it's important to do both. So I'm going to go through these, and the important elements of the law of giving and receiving. One of the most important parts of this is the intention. So the decision that you're making. So how are you giving? Are you giving joyously? Are you giving fully with, love, unconditional love, and do you really want to give this gift? Or are you giving it grudgingly? Or, so it's really important to really set the intention behind the gift. And I don't mean like giving a gift. It doesn't have to be a real physical gift. It can be a gift like a blessing. It can be a prayer. It can be a compliment. It can be a flower. It can be it can be just the gift of love. It can be happiness. It could be a hug. It really could be anything. And it all depends on what shows up in your life and what you desire more. Where do you feel like you're lacking? What do you need more in your life? And whatever you need more in your life of, that's what, so if you need more love, learn how to give more love. If you want more attention and appreciation, give more attention and appreciation. If it's money, if it's material affluence, help others gain material affluence. If you want more blessings, bless everybody you see. And so, this is what it's about. It's about giving what you want to see more in your life, and then allowing and being open really to allowing to receive this. So the intention is the most important part here. We want to give an unconditional love. When we do that, you'll see an increase many times over of the receipt of your gift. When you give grudgingly, like, I don't really want to do this, but I'm only doing this because of the law of giving and receiving, that doesn't work. You need to do it with an open heart. And you can do some of the heart meditations I gave you, or even just opening your heart, with gratitude. That's a beautiful way to do it. And then just being grateful for what you have and saying, I really want to give this gift. And when you give it, if you give it grudgingly, then it has no energy behind it whatsoever. And if you also give it where you feel like you've lost something, like, oh man, you've got that feeling of like, I shouldn't have given it to it. I feel like I lost it when I gave it, then that's really not a gift at all. So really preparing for the gift is important, because the intention is what gives it the energy. The intention gives it its power. You can't fool the universe. The other thing is, like I mentioned, gratitude. Gratitude will allow you to raise your vibration, will allow you to set this intention, and will allow you also to receive, because you're thanking the universe and telling the universe, like, I am so happy for the things that I currently have. And the universe is like, oh, here, let me send you more of that, right? So that's, law of attraction. So abundance is just the material expression. But really, it's just consciousness. So even a thought of giving is powerful. So you can silently bless people. You can silently, wish them well. Like, that is super duper powerful, because like everything is consciousness. So even that has power. Sometimes we get lost in the fact that we must give material, material things. And if we don't have that, or maybe we don't have the money for that, we just completely stop giving altogether. But you can give, you can silently give, you can give compliments, and then it's also important to receive. I had a very hard time receiving for a very big part of my life, and I'm still struggling with it, and I recognize it when somebody gives me a compliment, and specifically with these videos, it's like, oh my God, your videos are awesome, and it's like compliments everywhere, and I find myself sometimes feeling uncomfortable. But it's really getting comfortable with this and allowing the universe to, give, like really, really receiving this. And sometimes, when somebody even offers, like, I'm going to pay for dinner, I'm going to pay for lunch, we immediately have our credit card out, right? Ego says, no, you're not paying for me. I'm going to pay for you. I'm going to pay for this whole thing, but really, like, you're not allowing this gift to come in. First of all, you're not allowing somebody to give, and you're not allowing yourself to receive. So now you're like blocking all of it, so let somebody take you out to lunch. Let somebody give you a compliment. Let somebody pay for you. This is what the second part is about receiving. And sometimes receiving can be even harder, because that's where the ego will tend to come in, because it makes you feel a little vulnerable when you're allowing somebody, to give you and receive. Don't want to feel like depending on what's going on, maybe people have been giving, maybe you're used to giving all the time and you're just not used to receiving. So this is probably something that you want to look into. But it should be balanced. It should absolutely be a balance. So today, the exercises that we're going to do is to give to every single person that you see today, everybody that you see. And again, it doesn't have to be a real gift. It can be like a gift of love, a compliment, a blessing. Silently wish them well. Wish every single person that you meet. It doesn't matter, even if you don't know them, but silently wish every single person and bless every single person that you see today, that as many people as you can. and with an open heart, like I really, 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 want to send this person light. I really, really, really feel like you want to send this person love, happiness, joy. I mean, whatever you can think of, whatever comes to you, and because like they may really need it, and that's the beautiful thing about the universe. It's perfection and it's perfect timing. And so whatever you feel at that very moment is likely what this person needs. And if you deny that, then just imagine the gift that you're denying them. And even just a thought is so powerful. Nobody even needs to know it, and this could begin the process of giving. If you don't feel comfortable telling somebody or speaking to a stranger, just silently wish them, silently bless them. This is the beginning of becoming comfortable with this flowing, and watch, you'll see people pay it forward, and the universe does. Like you'll give. I mean, I'll give $1 here and get $1 back. I'll give a thank you, a hello to a stranger. My husband is amazing at this. He says hello to everybody. It does not matter who they are. They're homeless, everybody, every single person on the street. He says hello with a smile on his face and with the same love and open heart. There is no judgment there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I've learned so much from that, because just saying hello is showing affection. It's giving somebody the gift of, wow, people care about me, even though I'm, on the street and I don't have any money here, and it doesn't matter. Like, people still, like, this person cares about me. Just think about what that does and the upliftment, and that's all. It's a seed that begins to sprout, and you just never know where it'll go. So this is what we're here on this planet for, is for each other, for humanity. And this is the very beginning of it. So, all right, my loves. Well, that's it for me today. I still have room in my group. If you're interested, please let me know. It's a women's only group right now. We're most likely, I'll probably start something for men eventually, but it's a spiritual group. We're going to go through all of this stuff and more, learning all sorts of stuff, the power of mantra, the power of meditation. I've learned so many new techniques, and I'm learning all this new stuff I can't wait to share, but it is virtual and it is in person. If you're interested, it starts August 16th, and we meet once a month, and we have weekly calls. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited about the women that have already signed up. So let me know if you're interested. Anyway, so have an awesome day. I want to see comments about your giving and your receiving, and let me know how it goes. And I want to know if you gave something and you got it back. I mean, I love hearing those stories, because they're inspiring. Oh, lost you guys for a second. All right, so I will see you tomorrow at 10:30. Have a beautiful Saturday. Have lots of fun. Have lots of love. Sending you all happiness and joy. Sat Nam.